In 2016, Mohamedou Salahi was allowed to return home to Mauritania after being held for 14 years at the U.S. military prison at Guantanamo Bay. He was never charged. His book, comprised of letters to his lawyer, was read by millions worldwide.
I am innocent. I am innocent.
Now, millions more can watch his story in the movie The Mauritanian.
Not in my wildest dream have I ever dreamed that my story would be not only known in a book, but also that book is turned into a major motion picture.
Slahi, played by actor Tahar Rahim, was picked up by Mauritanian police 2 months after 9/11. In August of 2002, he was moved to Guantanamo Bay, one of hundreds detained by the U.S. as an enemy combatant.
I think there were some people who were hungering for the message, we got them. And I think that for those who think about Guantanamo and see it as men in orange jumpsuits on their knees, the message that we got them was very raw at the time.
The New York Times' Carol Rosenberg has covered the prison for years.
Guantanamo is more than a place in some ways. It is the idea that you can pick people up and move them halfway around the globe and hold them as indefinite detainees in this war on terror, in this war that has nobody on the other side to end it.
The U.S. accused Salahi of recruiting the 9/11 hijackers and supporting al-Qaeda. They cited a phone call he once received from Osama bin Laden's spiritual advisor, a relative of Slahi's. Slahi, who fought with the U.S.-backed rebels in Afghanistan in the 1990s, says he never supported al-Qaeda and he didn't know the phone call was from bin Laden's satellite phone.
I always told myself, at the end of the day, I didn't do wrong to anyone.
He was tortured by his American interrogators, subjected to solitary confinement, physical beatings, and sexual humiliation. They threatened to kidnap, rape, and kill his family. For actor Tahar Rahim, playing Salahi came with extraordinary pressure.
I was scared because I knew he was watching the movie, and of course he was the first audience member I wanted to please.
Tahar Rahim for The Mauritanian.
But the role, which has earned him Golden Globe and British Academy Award nominations, also meant a chance to challenge stereotypes.
It's very rare to read a script, so to see a movie with a Muslim sympathetic character at the center of a Hollywood movie. I don't want to be typecasted, and I don't want to be an instrument to tell those type of stories.
You think I'm guilty?
To prepare, Rahim lost 20 pounds. He learned 2 new Arabic dialects. He had the set temperature turned down to the freezing cold Slahi endured and insisted on real shackles.
Why was that important to you?
To convey authenticity to the director, to the audience, and especially to Mohamedou, out of respect to him.
Inside Guantanamo, Slahi endured months of brutal interrogations, and eventually he broke, signing a false confession. The government used it as evidence, but Slahi never saw the case against him. In 2005, with the help of lawyer Nancy Hollander, played by Jodie Foster, he filed a writ of habeas corpus. Slahi's lawyer, Nancy Hollander.
There was no case, but it took us a long time to show that there was nothing.
To help his defense, Hollander says she urged Salahi to write down his story.
You asked me to set fire to this place, but I'm still sitting.
Well, then write it down. All right, that's what the pages are for. Write it down. You need to tell me the truth. You need to tell me what happened to you. I can't defend you. Do you understand that?
I don't need to tell you nothing. Whatever I say, it doesn't matter. This f***ing island, I die here. Outside my family, my brother, their lives go on. Tara's life goes on. But me here, I'm like a statue.
I was so scared and so afraid, and I didn't feel like my lawyer appreciated how much fear I was in.
Despite the fear, he wrote, trusting Hollander with his story and with his life. Over years, their bond grew.
What do you want me to sign, Nancy? Who am I suing today? God?
No one today.
Then why are you here?
No reason in particular. I just didn't want you to be alone.
We loved each other. We all, we cared about each other. We had become family.
In 2010, a judge ruled the government had no grounds to hold Slahi. He was ordered released, but an appeals process kept him at Guantanamo another 6 years.
There was a time when Muhammadu said to me, if this is what Allah has for me, I can do it as long as they're not torturing me. And I said to him, I'll be here. I'll be here until we get you out.
Why did you make that promise to him? How did you know you could keep it?
I knew that I would never give up with him.
Slahi was released in October of 2016. Today, he says he holds no ill will towards his captors.
I expected to meet someone maybe with resentment, anger, and none of that. He goes like, when you come to realize that forgiving people who did bad things to you is a treat you give to yourself, you set your mind free.
Some, like Hollander, hope the power of this story helps propel change long overdue.
We want this film to make a change. We want it to be part of what closes Guantanamo, that brings us back to the rule of law. We cannot have indefinite detention anywhere, anytime in the United States.
Despite pledges by Presidents Obama and now Biden to close it, Guantanamo Bay remains open. 40 men are held there today in what's become the world's most expensive prison at an annual cost of $13 million per prisoner.
Guantanamo Bay is a complete insult to the dignity not only of those in Guantanamo Bay, but of American people, because American people by and large are good people and they deserve better than Guantanamo Bay.
For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Amna Nawaz.